Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Cryptic Commander. I am your host, and once again, we have.
Ogre.
That's
That's me.
that's right. All right, let's see here. We got an exciting show for you guys today. I do want to start off by explaining a few things. Pull up here. What do we talk about first? Let's see here. Okay, let's talk about what's going on with the Facebook group right now. So we did put up a poll on the Facebook group. It's not. Let me just make sure before I speak out of turn here. Okay, yeah, it's still the same. Okay, so we put up four questions. How often should we podcast? How often should the podcast be shown on YouTube? And I put up four choices: none at all, once a week, three times a week, and every time. We have one vote on once a week, and we have a vote on every time. So right now, I guess that would be considered a tie. We don't really have much to go on as far as the votes. Let's see here. We want to do a shout out to our first Patreon, Jake Lassen from Winston, Oregon. Last
Nice.
night, yeah, last night he was playing two-headed giant commander at a local game store, and he quickly advised me that he lost to a married couple, and he was excited because that couple walked away with a win, and he walked away with a learning experience. And I told him that was very empathic of him. Later, he tweeted me, "I just lost to another couple, a boyfriend and a girlfriend, but it's one of the most exciting nights of his life because again, they walked away with a win, and he walked away with a learning experience."
I assume he had fun.
I'm sorry.
I assume he had fun playing as well. He didn't just learn things.
Oh no, he had a blast, man. That was the most he tweeted about was the amount of fun he had, and I guess I forgot to add the word fun in there because I don't know why is Magic the Gathering so addicting.
That's a great question.
That brings
I
me
think
to
everybody wants to win, and then having fun in between now and then helps a lot too. So
yeah. We do have our first celebrity guest on the show coming up very soon.
and this blew my mind. I cannot believe when you were like, "Hey, we're gonna have." Go ahead.
You want to go ahead and say his name?
Sheldon Minery is going to be on the podcast.
That's right.
And I'm like, what? No way! That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
So those of you that don't know Sheldon Minery, he is basically the founder of Commander or EDH, Elder Dragon Highlander. He's a level 5 judge. He's been in the community for literally ever. There's a lot of content out there already from him about Commander and EDH. But yeah, that's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that myself. Now, a couple of episodes ago, Ogre, you had asked if any one of our listeners can reach out to us and maybe give us some stats on what Magic the Gathering makes versus the virtual game, Magic the Gathering Arena.
Yeah.
I want to let you know that I did do a little digging, and I got more info than what I thought I was going to get. Some of it's not clear, so I just want to go ahead and get right into it. Magic the Gathering Arena with now that's with the tabletop version and other parts Hasbro has, like My Little Pony and Nerf and whatnot. They braked in 2.45 billion dollars in net revenue last year.
Okay.
All right. Now much of it is part of the tabletop version and
Yeah.
the digital version. Now Magic and Monopoly were the only brands to profit, while others like Transformers, Play-Doh, Nerf, and My Little Pony didn't. So according to estimates, Magic the Gathering has already brought in $500 million this year.
Jeez.
All right. Now
You go ahead.
I was going to finish that paragraph off with. They said, hold on here. Where is it? Because I want to get to it. Okay, so right now they estimate 3 million users on Magic the Gathering Arena, and then they estimate 11 million users by 2021.
Okay, so they're looking to grow that for sure, like
Yeah.
in a large fashion.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance? Did you get to see digital income versus paper income? You didn't happen to find that information?
So no, I didn't, because there's so much information on Hasbro readily available on the internet. You can just type in how much money did Hasbro bring in, and they've got so many boxes and charts that, I mean, they got overhead and what they're spending on marketing and what they're bringing in, but you can't really defer what's tabletop in Magic Arena right now.
Gotcha.
They did.
Well, if anybody does have that information, again, I would be very interested in seeing it.
Yeah. They did acquire a company from, it looks like Ontario, Canada, Toronto.
Okay.
It's called E1. E1 is actually a company in Canada that mainly produces movies, music, and television shows.
Yeah, that's how they picked up a few rappers, right?
A few rappers?
Yeah. I think Hasbro now basically oversees a few rappers. I forget which ones they are.
Oh yeah, if you can pull that up, that'd be amazing.
Oh, Hasbro acquires famed rap label Death Row Records for $4 billion.
What? They bought Death Row Records?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
you
a
didn't
child.
know that?
No, I'm a child of the '90s, and that's a big deal to me. And I'm sure a few of the listeners out there. That's big news, man. Whoa.
Yeah, that was a story from August 25th or 24th. But yeah, this
So Hasbro
Dr.
bought...
Dre,
Yeah.
Tupac, Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
Good Night. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's old news, but it's new news to you, so it's fun.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. So, is there anything you wanted to bring to the table?
Yeah, bring whatever you want. No, I'm just really excited about you, like shooting for the moon and hitting some stars. That was just really awesome.
Oh yeah. We don't have any signs of slowing down, really.
Yeah, man, you hit the ground running. What do you think you're going to ask Sheldon? Like, I don't even know right now, but I'm going to do some research before we get him on for sure.
Yeah, I've been doing...
as to
Go ahead.
What I want to ask.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well,
what do you want to ask him?
I've done a little research on the guy myself. I don't have many questions right now. I'm really interested on, really what it was like back then, just starting that format. And I want to get his thoughts on competitive EDH, because that's a thing, competitive EDH.
Did you read the notes he sent you? He
Yeah.
said, basically, if you want to know anything about EDH, I've already done enough of that. You should ask me stuff different.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true. If any listener actually has questions they would like to get answered, and I mean, this is coming from the father of EDH. There's many ways you can bring the question to us. We've got links everywhere on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, the Cryptic Commander, you'll see a lot of links to our Facebook group, to our Patreon group. To our podcast. We got a lot of links going on too, guys. So if you want to ask...
You're videoing right now too? Are you on YouTube now?
Yeah. Well, I can take this
Awesome.
off YouTube. Yeah, I can take this one off YouTube. I'm just not sure how much I want to put on YouTube until I get a definitive answer from the...
John, don't listen. No. Put everything everywhere until you are so big that it just doesn't matter. Like, you want to flood every single kind of market with everything you can. Don't let people tell you to stop or slow down. So don't think that putting more content out is a bad thing ever.
No.
You need to. There's a book that I think that you should read.
Okay.
It's called The 10X Rule.
How do you spell that?
10x
Oh,
rule.
rule. Okay, okay.
No, it's not 10x. It's the number 10x. So like
Yeah.
amplifying everything that you do in your life by 10, basically. Um, but you should definitely read that book. And by the time we do our next podcast, I look forward to you telling me more about how you listened to that book on audio or something. But yeah.
Absolutely.
So don't slow down. Don't let people tell you not to put too much content out.
Got it. Okay, I know about the 3 times rule, so that'd be interested in learning more about the 10 times rule. We do have one video on our YouTube channel. That's me playing Magic: The Gathering Arena. I could
Oh
probably
boy.
I could probably take it off. I just wanted to fool around and see if I can get audio going on it, and maybe a little box down here on the bottom with my face. Um,
Yeah.
I did figure out the audio part of that. I just haven't figured out the visuals yet for our viewers on YouTube.
Yeah, I would say leave it up. Like let people see your interactions, and like if you're, I assume you're talking on it.
Yes.
Yeah, let people see the growth of the channel. So like even little bits, if you think it's bad, let it stay up. Like the people will see the beginning to the end.
Yeah, and you can see we've come a long way already, and it's only been 1 week.
Right? We got what 62 members in the Cryptic Commander.
More. Yeah. Let me see here. I got those stats right here, my brother. So hold on here. In the
I'm looking at it right now.
yeah, it says right here in members. I got to close a few windows here because I've done a lot of research here. All right, members. 62 members in the Cryptic Command Facebook group. Let's see.
Yeah.
We've got 79 views on YouTube on the first podcast video. We do have one Patreon. Let's go over to our podcast statistics here. I don't think they changed since the last episode. We got about 70 people who listen to us, and the donations are trickling in. I'm talking a penny here, a penny there, and again, guys, we appreciate every penny counts.
Those aren't donations. Those are the click the ad things, right? Like that's.
Let me see. That's a good question. I'm double checking.
Nobody donated a penny.
Okay, yeah, that is ad revenue. Okay, so the pennies that are trickling in are from ad revenue. I guess we should put an ad on YouTube too.
Do whatever you think will get more people. I don't think ads will necessarily get more people per se, but
well, I do want to keep the audience entertained too, so we're going to add intro music, maybe a little background music, but I'm really happy about the intro music. We have a Magic player creating it for us right now. He keeps sending me samples of the music every day, and it just keeps getting better and better. His last part
that's
is
great.
He's implementing drums into the soundbite. So
yeah,
I'm telling you, man, I can't believe how far we've come, bud. I really can't believe.
It's only been a week. I can't wait to. You're so blunt and forward with like asking people things like, I can't wait to see who else you get to come hang out and talk on the podcast.
Oh, absolutely. And we're not trying to be the best podcast out there or the longest running podcast out there. And believe me, I see that verbiage on a lot of podcasts that relate to Magic the Gathering. Hey, we're the best. We're the most listened to. We've been on here the longest, you know.
Yeah, we just want to be the podcast that has John talking all the time.
No. We want people to visualize the Magic cards. We want questions answered. We want to tell the truth, how it is. And if we find out we're wrong about something, somebody that knows, hopefully they'll let us know, and we can let the listeners know.
Yeah.
For instance,
I like to get a lot of listener interaction. So like something that we've already done a little bit is talk to, we've tried to answer some questions that people have interacted with on our different what was it, Facebook or one of the groups? Somebody
Facebook group, yeah.
Talked about how do you build a deck, and we tried to talk about how to build a deck.
Yeah.
So more stuff like that. So figure out something you want to ask, and we'll fumble around and try to respond properly.
Oh yeah, absolutely properly. Yeah, the truth, guys. We're about the truth. We don't have to lie to kick it. Lie to kick it. 10x rule. Okay, so I did write that down, Ogre. If you look on Google, if you do a Google search for the Cryptic Commander, we're actually number 1, number 2, and number 4 on the Google search.
Well, good.
Yeah, that was one of my goals too. Is when somebody types in the cryptic commander, we come up number one. We've already hit that goal in less than a week, and
Yeah,
that's without spending money on advertising too, guys.
that's gonna be fun. If you start putting any kind of money into like Facebook ads or something, you're gonna blow up.
Yeah, I know. Slowly but surely.
But
I mean, we've
we
already.
can do it without them if you want, though. Like, I mean, I think just keep creating content and keep going, and people will share it, and we'll grow naturally.
Yeah, I'm reaching out to a few of my friends that don't know anything about Magic the Gathering because in one of the polls we asked on the Facebook group, would you guys like me to take somebody that doesn't know anything about Magic the Gathering, get them on the podcast, talk to them a little bit, and it'll be funny too if you listen to the podcast in succession later on in life that this person will learn to play the game and then ask us questions on air, and we'll ask them questions, and I think it's going to be a blast. A lot of people said they want to see that.
Great.
They want to hear that. So
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm talking to a few of my friends that don't know anything about Magic the Gathering, and I haven't found
I'm a
anybody
big
yet.
fan of teaching people how to play. I really like doing that. It's so fun to see somebody's like mind open and they're like, oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah. Yep.
So I've taught a lot of people over the course of this game.
So there was one thing that popped in my head a while ago is now this is not really pertaining to teach somebody how to play Magic, but this was an idea that ran through my head. I was sitting down at a table playing with some people, and I won, and they got upset. They looked at me and said, "You change the rules every time you play," and what they were referring to was like double blocking. Okay, so I would take and double block one of their creatures, and then on their turn, if I did swing, they would say, "Okay, I'm going to take this creature, block with this guy, and I'm going to also block that creature." And like, no, that's not how that works. A creature can only block one creature, but you can have multiple creatures blocking a creature, and
Right.
that didn't go over so well. But what advice would you give to somebody like me in that position? To take a step back and calm down and explain to these people that I'm not cheating. I'm not bending any rules. I'm playing the game like I've been playing since 1993. I've learned in response since then. But what kind of advice would you give to somebody like me in that position?
So you want to make sure you were teaching them, right?
Well, 4 or 5 years ago, but
Sure. But you want to make sure that they understand that you're trying to inform them of something. You're not trying to tell them what's wrong. Um, so they mistook double blocking with blocking two creatures with one creature, and you just got to break that down to them, and like explain to them how it could work. So think of it, tell them like a street fight, for instance. Like I can't stop two people from running past me, but I can. Two people can try to stop one person from running past me.
oh yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think of it like that. You got any questions for
If
me
two
today?
people,
So,
if
I
two
don't.
people run in different directions, you can only get one of them. But if one person runs in a direction, two people can run after them. So, do I have any questions for you today?
Yeah.
How do you grow the balls to just ask high-profile people to be on your podcast?
Well, you were in sales once too, and I was in sales too. Uh,
Yeah, sir. You
our
just gotta go do it,
Yeah, our bosses told us shoot for the stars, man, and I took it and ran with it.
right? Right.
So there was a question that was
Are
just
there?
sitting here. Go ahead.
Is there anybody else that you would like to get on the podcast that you're thinking of?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I mean,
Rattle off some names. Who are they?
Sutcliffe, Marshall. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second, Ogre. Let's just type in Magic the Gathering. Famous people? Is that what I want to type? Let's see here. Let's see here. Magic the Gathering famous people. Oh wait, there's celebrities we didn't know that played Magic the Gathering.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah,
If you,
if I can get one of them on here, right? I don't know about all that, man. There's some big stars here, bud. All right.
no, it's just off the top of your head, not looking up on lists or anything. Is there anybody in the Magic community you'd like to actually talk to?
Yes. What's the guy with glasses, man? That had that
We've got there's a whole lot of those.
Louis Scott Vargas.
Okay,
Louis
what
Scott.
would you ask him if you had him on your podcast?
You're putting me on the spot here, bud. I would ask him all kinds of
I know.
questions. I would ask him all kinds of questions, and probably I would have to do my due diligence and research on him too before we would do an interview with him. Because I wouldn't want to ask him, questions he's been asked a million times. But
Right.
certain things are intriguing to me. How he got into the game. Uh, what his thoughts are of the way the game's going. If he's heard any rumors or speculations or conspiracies.
Yeah. I think I would ask him, what does he think why does he think he does so well at the game compared to other people? I think that would be a good question for
Whoa. See, Ogre, I am so glad you're my co-host, man.
him.
That's deep. That's deep.
Like what puts you so far ahead of the game compared to all the other players?
Oh, he is though, Ogre. He is.
Yeah, I mean the top 1% of Magic players basically.
Yeah, Louis Scott
They're all.
Vargas. Whew. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. Regardless, the show has been on about 21 minutes, so I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to talk about. It's not like we're really trying to fit this down into a certain time slot, guys. It's just we're trying to make it to where they're not long videos and long audio files for you.
Yeah. No, I don't got much. I think today's show was really good. We get to tell people about what we're planning on doing in the future. I got a little bit of content about, what we're thinking about, and we'll go from there. Do you have anything else?
No, I want to say that we are continuously growing the studio for the podcast. The podcast is very much portable. I can take this to local game stores too. That's what I want to do.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
You think about that publicity. Not only are you on a podcast, but you'll be on YouTube. The people walking in the background, people playing with their cards. That's one step I want to do.
Yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of awesome background noise.
Yeah,
but it would be pretty cool.
Well, the thing about it too is the podcast setup. Actually, I'm talking into a dynamic mic. It only picks up me. It's not picking up anything around me whatsoever. I actually live on the side of a highway. I mean, I literally walk to the end of my driveway, which is a couple seconds down the road here, and there's the highway. My mailbox is a highway. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that's why I bought a dynamic mic versus a condenser mic. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that does conclude today's show, and I just want to say, share the video on YouTube, guys. Let's share it. Let's like it. Let's subscribe. And as always, we really appreciate you guys tuning in today's episode. And thanks, Ogre.
Yep, sounds good. Looking forward to the next one.
All right, bud.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, man.
Bye.
I stopped recording if you want to talk still.
Yeah. No, getting Sheldon's going to be sick.